All right, well, thanks, Paul. And Plaxico, obviously, training camp is in full swing. What did you get out of training camp as a player?
Oh man, you get a good chance to really, get to know your teammates, gather a rapport with those guys. And when I saw that training camp started last week, I was like, phew, I couldn't make it through another training camp. It would save my life. But it's a good time of the year, good time to get in shape and go into a season, looking to accomplish all your goals.
Last week at the end of practice, Eli Manning and Odell Beckham Jr. spent a bunch of time out on the practice field together, just the two of them,
Right.
talking about routes, throwing some routes, doing a lot of talking.
Right.
As a guy that had a connection with Eli and caught the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, take the fans into how important that communication is with your quarterback.
It's imperative, man. Me and Eli and myself had great communication, just with, hand gestures or head nods and different things like that. And we would sit down on Fridays, just me and him, and watch film and really try to get that communication to a point to where we knew what each other was thinking. And it showed a lot of times on the field. And we just, people couldn't cover us because they had no idea what was going on. We always changed it up and gave them a different look.
And that kind of played out, right, on the game-winning touchdown catch in the Super Bowl. You got the coverage, you got the look, and you knew pre-snap where that ball was going, right?
Yeah, I knew exactly where the ball was going. He told me before I broke the huddle. And if you look at the pre-game before the game started, I must have ran that route at least 10 times before the game started. And it's just like clockwork, having that rapport, having that communication with each other, knowing exactly where I'm going to be, knowing exactly where the ball's going to come down. And, we're world champions.
Final question. Odell's coming back from a pretty severe injury. It happened earlier in the season, though. So he's had a lot of time to recover. He's looked pretty good, obviously, coming back right now. When you had to deal with injury, did you sort of realize that, heck, this game could be taken away from me pretty quickly? When you came back, did you have a better appreciation for it? And do you think Odell feels that a little bit?
Well, absolutely, because it's something that you basically work your whole life to get to this point and be able to perform at the highest level. And going through injuries, one thing I learned about myself is that it made me smarter. Figuring out better ways to protect yourself from getting hurt. But with him coming back into this season, I think he'll be a little on eggshells once it starts. But I think that him going out and having success and his body holding up, I think he'll be fine.
He caught the game-winning touchdown pass in Super Bowl 42, Plaxico Burress, as we send it back to Paul.